All right, so let's take a look at the build. This is the Omono at tier 7. Now, at tier 7, the Omono has the 155mm guns that are, as SAT said, comfortable for the Mogami at tier 7. I kind of like it at tier 7. There's a lot of things about the ship that's not so good, though. Mainly the armor scheme feels quite lacking. This is the Japanese light cruiser line. So, you know, the thing about these is at tier 7, your HE penetration is just atrocious. It's 26mm. Now, you don't have it, but I'm just going to throw IFHE on. If you have IFHE on, you get to 32, which is frankly where you want to be with a HE spamming cruiser. Because they're 155s. If these were 152s, I don't think you'd be at 32 millimeter of pen.
You would.
That's correct.
So,
Oh no, at tier 7 you would.
not at tier 7. Tier 8 you would be.
The thing is, 26 is actually enough to penetrate tier 7 battleships on the bow and stern.
Right.
But the problem is, you're most likely not gonna be top tier if you play a tier 7.
No. That's the issue. All right, let's take a look at the build here for Ironmillos. He's got the modules, that's good. Now you're missing your second slot here. I'm guessing you had Hydro or defensive anti-air fire and then pulled it away to put it someplace else. Honestly, this is a tech tree ship.
This is probably the least important slot.
I wouldn't put either the special modules on this ship. If anything, I would put engine room protection to protect your rudder and protect your engine. I think that's most important on this ship. Okay. Beyond that, you've got main armaments, mod 1. You've got aiming systems, mod 1. You got propulsion. What is your steering gear's turn time? This is also important because it's very important to be able to angle your armor. Your rudder shift time is 8. So propulsion is fine here. Is it worth resetting tech tree for research points? Yes, but only specific tech tree lines. Typically, most players will reset the Japanese gunboat tech tree line. That's the Akizuki Kitakaze Haragumo line. Because 1, it's the cheapest to regrind, and 2, it's relatively easy to do damage. You just smoke up and hold down left mouse button. I absolutely would not reset a line that you struggled. I would reset a line that you enjoyed playing.
It also depends if you have credits and stuff to spare.
Of course.
If you're already struggling for credits, you probably don't want to do regrinds.
I've got a video that'll be on my YouTube channel about Research Bureau. If you want to learn more about that, check that YouTube channel out there, okay? Just do a search on there for Research Bureau. Might research your bank account so you got credits. Credits in this game take time, build up, play middle to mid-late tier, so 5, 6, 7, 8 premium ships. Get your credits, put them towards things, profit. Do not convert doubloons into credits.
Yeah, get a tier 8, tier 9 ship, get
Premium.
a tier 8, tier 9 premium, and start playing co-op, operations or randoms. And
Now,
you'll make your money back.
we don't know if you are using a special captain or not. Frankly, it doesn't matter.
It's a 6-point captain, so
Right.
probably not.
If you've got Yamamoto, it doesn't buff anything. If you've got Suzuki, it also doesn't buff anything. Now, personally, between the two of them, Suzuki is probably your better choice simply because of the buffed survivability expert. You get an extra 50 HP per tier times 7. So it's 50 times 7. That's 3,000. That's 350 extra hit points. It's okay. You don't get a heal in this ship, so Superintendent is a terrible idea, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it. Not on the tier 7. There's no need to get an extra consumable.
If you're planning on moving this up higher in tiers, I can see Superintendent. Otherwise, no.
Yeah.
I also
you
think
can-
the incoming fire alert and priority target is a bit redundant.
I would take one of these two. I would not take both. Between the two of them, I would probably drop incoming fire in favor of either Swift Fish or Turret Traverse, or you could even go for Last Stand. Last Stand might be where I go, personally.
I'd probably take the Tour Traverse. I think it's pretty bad on this ship, isn't it?
It's only bad for the Omono. Everyone else is
Most of
good.
the time, you're kiting away to where you're not going to be changing your stance left to right to left to right to left to right. So your turret traverse, in my opinion, isn't that important. If you know how
I
to
think
kite
you s-
away, you're going to be using last stand more than anything else.
I think you're still outturning your turrets on this ship.
Maybe.
Yeah. The
And
turret
that is a
traverse on
problem.
Omono is slow. It's 30 seconds, so it's pretty bad.
You got the link, Elusive? By all means, please post the link. That's fine. Thank you. Priority target's fine. Now, instead of Superintendent in slot 3, what should he pick? Adrenaline Rush would be my pick. Alternately,
AR is fine.
maybe survivability, but I think Adrenaline Rush is where you'd start with.
Well, Omono probably yes.
AR is a solid pick. If you find yourself struggling with survival, then survivability is fine too.
Mm-hmm. Lighthouse build, you could also go for if you only intend to spam HE all the time, you could go for heavy. Now, keep in mind that you lose detection by doing so. You've got a 6-point captain, you don't care about detection, but just something to consider at tier 7.
I think the lighthouse, like heavy AG and that whole lighthouse thing, only makes sense if you can go fully into it, and you just can't with a 6-point captain. So I wouldn't bother.
It also makes sense if
Yeah.
you understand how to kite and play at maximum to long range. This is something I can do. This is something SAT can do. I don't know this is something Ironmillos can do. And again, this comes down to the captain. You have to know what you can and can't do, your skills and abilities, and make plans accordingly. Right? That's the whole point. We always talk about commander skills, what's optimal, what's not. You have to pick what's optimal for you and how you play the game. Signal-wise, none of them. Fine. Obviously, anti-det would be good. Obviously, the fire chance would be good. Beyond that, speed would be good. That's it. Tier 7, I don't know what else I would care about. Maybe...
I would get a 10-point captain at tier 7. Not running Concealment Expert is not going to be a fun time.
10-point captains are particularly cheap, too. It doesn't take a lot of Elite Commander XP to get yourself to a 10-point, and the utility you gain from getting that 10th point far outweighs the cost to get to that point. Now, beyond that, getting to a 14-point captain is very expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, 10-point, you should be able to afford it with Elite Commander. I would almost argue it's even worth affording it with free XP if you run out of Elite Commander. I would not spend doubloons to get the free XP to then get the Commander to 10 points, but other than that, you should be doing it.
I'm pretty sure buying the 10-point commander for doubloons is cheaper than converting free XP to get it to 10.
I would agree with Grunty here.
That's fair too. That is absolutely fair.
Also, run operations. Run a 0-point captain for all we care.
Operations is a great way to grind up commander skills. Get yourself to tier 10 in that ship, and then venture out into randoms. The nice thing about that too is you actually learn the ship and how the ship behaves, which would help too.
And you will learn that if you're not completely angled, you will take a Citadel for no apparent reason.
Spider, if I make you VIP, it's because I trust that you're going to post good quality links. If I ever discover that you're not posting good quality links, you will no longer be a VIP. So, you're good, dude. You're good. Autumn! Hello, Autumn. I missed earlier Thunder Chief. I want to shout him out again because we were too busy talking about other stuff. Thunder Chief is doing Stack Up. He's a War Thunder streamer, and he is one of the coolest guys. Oh my god, what happened to your wings? He's one of the coolest guys I know who streams. So, I don't know if Thunder Chief is still in here or not. But he's very much worth checking out. He's got good content, and he's very positive like myself as well. So
How is this plane still in the air?
he has skills
He only has a hole in his left wing.
and right wing. Slight hole in both. Dude, he's actually gonna land on his base. He's actually gonna save his plane. Look at that. Wow. That's impressive.
Average War Thunder landing.
That's a War Thunder game, by the way, but yes. Document says that's what keeps me from posting Mr. Heinke clips, okay? So this replay, middle tier, carrier, one destroyer, one sub.
Underlet against lightning.
Very much so. This is a nice position, although I wouldn't be sitting bow in and reversing. I would be turning out and reversing here. I would be turning 90 degrees to the right and then turning out.
Yep.
That way you can run if you need to.
Also, good job in aiming there. Aim when he's turning out. That way, most players will commit to the turn, and that's how you get them.
That's
Of
right.
course, if lightning is not behaving as such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For that, I think you could have gotten a little bit closer to the island.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're 1 kilometer closer, I think you would have landed a few more shots.
There's a shout out for Autumn. Autumn is playing with her boobs.
Huh?
Okay.
It's the clip. I'm sorry, it's what she's doing. She's playing with her boobs, see?
Okay, I'm pretty sure the viewers are very happy with that.
It's her party trick. It's her party trick. She's wiggling, right? I hope you're okay, by the way, Autumn. She got into a really bad car accident and has been recovering.
I would probably
Ouch, indeed.
activate my hydro.
Why?
Like the lightning. I mean, it's only 8 kilometer torps, but this lightning has played very, very aggressive in this cap. So there is a decent chance he was getting close and launched torpedoes in this gap.
When Ironmillos decided to leave this area, I would say there was no point for Hydro at that point. I agree with you though, Grunty. If you're gonna stay at that particular spot, then Hydro away. But Ironmillos left, so you're also missing everything. So aim better.
Against the lightning that's running away, yeah, it's nice that you're shooting the destroyer, but you're not doing anything.
So
I would have I just shoot a cruiser.
most destroyers, when they're kiting away, they wiggle like this. So you're better off actually aiming straight line out from them. You have a better chance of hitting them.
Yeah, the DD was actually wiggling like also in the first engagement.
Mhm.
It was because of the CV dropping on him.
Boys are
So-
boys, that is true.
Yeah, I'd honestly not bother with it because destroyers at that range, if they're dodging like crazy, you're probably not going to hit them. He's at full health. Like, whether you hit him or not, it's not really going to do anything.
I don't like the decision to open up here with guns. You just basically told the Turpits, hey, there's a cruiser on your broadside that you can smack. Fortunately for you, the Turpits doesn't care that you exist. But there's
I
that.
think it's okay. He's focused on the Rochester in his face.
And that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but-
saying, right? Like, that's the only thing he's got going for him there.
It's still a
He also-
Tirpitz though, like I was surprised there was no secondary fire coming out towards him on this side. So maybe not a
Hilarious.
secondary spec Tirpitz.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was looking at his turrets too. They were clearly not trained on him, so he could have turned around.
Soft tissue therapy with a chiropractor is a good idea. I like the switch to AP here for the Blaris. Too bad he died. Zara's also gonna die. Shoot. Even though it's AP, it's just an overpan that kills it. There it is.
Just
Switch to
aim
HE now.
higher for the superstructure to make sure you get it.
Yeah, if you're shooting AP, you aim high for the super. Absolutely right. Good, you switch back to HE. I like this. still, I feel like you've got relatively low damage considering how far into this game we are.
Most of it was trying to hit the destroyer that he never hits.
Mm-hmm.
I think and then the rest of it's literally just the turrets and one shell onto that Zara.
Right.
There was nothing else in range to shoot it, right?
It was just those 4 ships. He could have definitely farmed a lot more damage off the turrets, though.
No idea why that lightning is still there.
Hey, he's there for target practice for Ironmillos. That's why he's still there.
Well,
Unfortunately,
6.5 kilometers.
Unfortunately, I was gonna say that the planes are about to leave the area, but Parzival didn't nope out, which allows the lightning to stay detected so you can actually shoot him. This is good. Trust.
Is that what happened? Why you got in the accident, Autumn? That sucks.
Girl tried to make a left turn at 55 miles per hour. That's ouch. C6, C7, fuse. Yeah. See, for those of you guys to know, vertebrae-wise, C is your thoracic spine, your middle section of back. B is your upper spine, and then D is your lower spine.
So basically, her diffusion is in the neck.
Yeah, it's in her lower neck, upper neck, whatever, right? Upper back.
Yeah, it's the lower part of her neck, upper part of her back. So correct. Okay, good job not going into the cap here. You fully understand the value of damage farming.
This is the SAT anything goes school of damage farming.
Did you know, SAT, that the actual true base XP is now in the API?
Really?
When did that happen?
I don't know. But the official Discord has a bot that now trails true base XP per ship.
By the way, I'm pausing here for a sec. I want to highlight something very important. Most likely, the Mogami fire torpedoes at you through the channel. So you turning south here is very smart, whether you realize it or not. I want to highlight that. You could have kept going straight, but you needed to have hydro available. And it's not for another 12 seconds. So it's smart to turn this way.
I don't like turning in, because by turning in now, he's removing every single ship he could possibly shoot.
Not the sub.
So I like him turning out again, actually getting past the Zal, and then he can shoot all the ships.
Yeah, this is perfectly fine, and he needs time to turn his turrets anyways.
Which he doesn't do, though.
Turn your turrets.
The sub is in C. Okay. So the last note of the
Take
start.
C.
Yeah, right? Seriously. Just leave it. Shoot
Yeah,
the
let him
Mogami.
get his inflated base XP.
I feel like you're trying to do too much here. Focus on the Mogami. Get the Mogami kill. Then worry about the sub.
The sub can't hurt you if you don't acknowledge his existence. Trust.
Like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kagro smoke. Get in the Kagro smoke.
Yeah, you're not John the Ruthless. You can't. Every time you shoot, you can't say that you get hit with 100% certainty.
All the heck
And forget
is...
about the sub.
And look at the fact that Mogami lived because of this. Because you kept fighting back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same thing, like, players hating submarines and CVs so much that they forget everything else around them.
Absolutely.
Like, that sub wasn't even pinging. You have no idea where in the
There he
cap
is.
it is. You
There he
just-
is. Guns! What? 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 Go back to guns on the sub. You get the decaps, that's XP. You're gonna have far more impact than a champagne that's at half health here. Hi, Dutch.
I'm so confused.
I'm very confused too. Come on.
Yep.
All the time while the sub is not visible, we try to hit it as much as we can. And then when it's visible, we stop.
And you just like you don't care because it's outside of your ASW range. But come on, he's on the surface, dude. You can hit him with your guns.
Nope. Sub contributes no damage. And also, you let the sub take the cap. I approve. That is how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, so SAT is suggesting that because what that does is it extends the duration of the game so that you can hopefully farm more shells on the champagne to do next to no damage anyways. I mean, you got a fire on him. Yay.
Yeah. This, now it's fine to, now it's okay to throw down your ASWs. Also, every second that Mogami lives is a reminder of your failure to kill him.
Absolutely true. And you're trying to make that happen now, but he's already turning and you misaimed that. You completely misaimed that. The Sturdy actually shotguns the Kagero.
Shotguns? Surely you're suggesting a non-existent game mechanic has killed the ship.
I'm sorry. The Sturdy got extremely lucky by surfacing and torpedoing the Kagero in the face. Is that better?
Thank you.
Alright. Don't call him Shirley. Ironically enough, the Parcel is going to kill the sub because he's got the best ASW in this game. And you leaving to deal with the sub is actually taking XP and damage off the table again for yourself. See what I mean? Did you just see that right there? Sub's gone. Okay, cool. You got him with one splash damage depth charge. You tickled him and that was enough to kill him. Congratulations.
Could have had a Kraken by now.
Yep.
That's true.
Now kill the Mogami so you can finally get your Kraken.
Nah, let's see if he's gonna get it. Watch it.
No, he's torping his champagne.
He's too busy on the Champagna. But the Mogami's turning... Nope. Gascon got the Mogami. That was your achievement to win, my dude.
Mogami lived about 5 minutes longer than it should have.
On the bright side, at least you get a base cap assist, which is worth like 200 base XP.
Yeah. This cap is fine because you're about to win the game anyways.
So you might as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, forget the sub. Even if he kills your carrier, that's even better for you because now you got more time to go into the C cap and get the C cap for free after the sub got it. And that's more XP for you. Instead, you're going to sit here and reverse full broadside on the Champagne and luck check torpedoes.
I see no problems with this. What could possibly go wrong?
This? Hey, you know what?
To be fair, the Champagne has 406s, like...
Not only that, but they're very accurate.
mattered.
So the last thing you want to do is sit complete flat broadside to a battleship that's got really good accuracy, like the Champagne.
Hoping for the overpins.
Trust.
But what if that's actually his plan, so he can prolong the game and give his torpedoes enough time to hit the Champagne?
You're trying too hard, SAT.
There are
You're trying
times where
way
I just
too
want to
hard.
kick SAT off this Discord. You're better off focusing your current target rather than getting distracted by something that can dive. That is exactly correct. This entire game, I felt like Ironmillos is trying to do too much. He wants to do everything, and in the process of trying to do everything, he does nothing. Like, look, 37,000 damage is, frankly, quite poor for a tier 7 heavy cruiser. You didn't even do... Well, I don't know what your hit point pool is, but it just feels weak sauce.
It's probably about his hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left a lot of potential damage on the table. Granted, I think you could have gone about 100k, but you definitely left a lot of damage on the table, even if you technically secured the kills. Also, do you remember what I said?
There is no...
Are you sure?
You only call a battleship with accurate railgun Champagne if it comes from the Champagne region of Wales. Otherwise,
Oh
you
my
call it a
God.
sparkling slava.
Oh.
I saw, honey. Give me a sec. Alright, well, let's take a look at your post-battle screens. Wife is just checking with me because I need to order dinner for tonight and for Cots. So, just give me a few moments to finish this, and then I gotta order dinner, and then I have to do my audio check for tomorrow's Cots. You did end up getting your Kraken.
This is
How?
so ironic. The torpedo hit. Actually, it's crazy. The only kill that you really should have gotten in this game is the one you didn't get.
Yeah, the Mogami. Okay.
Hey. I predicted his strategy perfectly. And you guys had doubts.
Alright, I mean, not a bad game in terms of, like, damage. He came in 5th place. Honestly, if you did things differently, you might have come in like 3rd or 4th. I don't think you would have come in 1st in this game either way. It's a nice game.
Yeah. There's no way to beat the sub here. Like, he had a
No.
better flank, he had better targets.
Right. Alright, let's take a look at the replay render.
So,
Like I said-
as for this Omono position, I think he could have been on the closer to the island there.
What you should have been doing, yeah, I would agree. Like a half grid square, be in the middle of Echo 9, or maybe even closer. But be kiting away so you can run when you need to. I think is the play there early on. Do I want a Castilla game hot off the presses? I don't care, Patton. You can toss it in if you want. This will be the last replay because I need to do the COTS prep stuff for NA, and I need to order pizza.
I think pizza's more important here.
I agree, and I'm going to tell them that. They're going to yell at me, but whatever.
Order pizza for them too.
No. They're in Austin. They can deal with their own pizza.
I think the enemy submarine must have immediately like left the A flank and immediately went over to the C cap.
Well, he went
Or it
into
was one of
B.
the weird, or
He
it
left-
was one of the
Mhm.
weird games where the sub didn't spawn on the same side.
Yeah. He was on the A side, went all the way through B, got spotted, dove, ended up in C cap later.
Yeah.
Whatever. So your sub basically got to play unabated over A, and that's why he came in first place, because look at all the people he killed. He got the Belarus and he got the Surrey as well. Probably got more
Yeah.
things too. Pizza's important.
Didn't
Yes, I
have-
agree.
He didn't have much opposition.
No.
So, turning into the island there, waiting for your Hydra to come back up, that was
Smart.
a good play.
I like it. Yeah.
Here, you should have killed the Mogame, but you got too greedy, and you kind of missed the opportunity.
So we call sometimes tunnel vision if you're super focused on something to the point where you ignore everything else in game and then die because of that. This is the opposite of that. You were so focused on everything else, you weren't able to do what you wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, lack of focus. You were trying to do too many things at once, as Zath said. And by doing that, you didn't really accomplish
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Exactly. Exactly. Still a nice replay. Thanks for sending it in. I can't believe you actually got the torpedo kill. Silly, stupid, so... You're broadside and reversing to a champagne. That just feels bad. You got published, but then the torpedo kill. Whatever. Okay. Ironmillos, thank you for sending this one in. It's some good food for thought for playing a Japanese light cruiser, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just kind of keep in mind, Omono plays a bit different from the rest of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Omono actually has pretty good guns.
Right.
Shimanto and up, your ballistics are notably worse.
Right. Exactly.